This is Bella, a cute little puppy. The movie starts by showing us the world from Bella's perspective. You've probably heard the phrase, fighting like cats and dogs, before, but in Bella's case, that doesn't apply. She grew up in an abandoned building with both dogs and cats, so they were like her family. One day, animal control officers came and took away all of Bella's dog family, leaving her all alone. But Bella also had a cat family, and one of the cats saved her from the officers. Lucas and Olivia, who love animals, would often visit the stray cats and dogs in the neighborhood. Despite humans destroying Bella's family, Lucas was different. He would go to the demolished building every day to feed the homeless cats. When Bella ran out to meet them, Lucas and Olivia instantly fell in love with her friendly and energetic nature. Lucas even took Bella home to keep his mother company while he was at school, and she was great at her job of comforting Lucas's mom. When she felt down, Bella adored Lucas in their new place, because she was just a puppy. Everything was a source of amusement for her.
She played all day long, and Lucas was a great owner. Even when she misbehaved, Lucas never got angry at her. In no time, Bella grew bigger, but she was just as content now as she was when she was little.
One day, Lucas found a letter attached to their house's door. The landlord was coming to inspect the house. As it turned out, dogs were not allowed in their home.
So, Lucas and his mom had no choice but to hide Bella at the Veterans Association.
Bella thought this was a new game, but not a very enjoyable one. Locked in a storage closet alone, Bella started barking for Lucas to come back. Throughout the building, people could hear barking through the ceiling. One of the employees discovered Bella, but instead of kicking her out, he brought her to the group therapy session as a special guest. During the therapy session, Bella used her special powers to comfort the veterans. All the veterans immediately loved her and used creative ways to help hide her from the doctor. Luckily, everyone there was a dog lover and wasn't afraid to break a few rules. Naturally, Bella thought this was a fantastic game. One day, while on a walk with Bella, Lucas and Olivia stumbled upon Bella's old home being demolished. The cats were in danger, but the property owner didn't care about a bunch of cats. Lucas and Olivia wasted no time and immediately halted the demolition, much to the property owner's dismay. However, their good deed had unintended consequences, as doing the right thing sometimes brings about awful outcomes, as they discovered at 3:19 when an animal control officer arrived at their doorstep, threatening to take away their beloved dog, Bella, because she was deemed dangerous. This couldn't have been a mere coincidence. In a desperate attempt to save Bella, Lucas taught her the game, Go Home, so she could find her way back on her own. Unfortunately, one day Bella was provoked by a cheeky squirrel from the window and gave chase, leading to Lucas eventually finding her in the street, with animal control not far behind. It was too late, and Lucas had no choice but to let the officer take Bella to the pound. Bella found herself among other dogs at the pound, feeling sad and scared, and tried everything she could to reunite with Lucas, but nothing worked. The next morning, Lucas returned to take her home, but the animal control officer issued a stern warning about the consequences if Bella was caught again. Faced with this cruelty, Lucas had no other option but to give Bella to Olivia's relatives who lived outside the city. As expected, it became clear that the animal control officer was working for the immoral property owner. However, Lucas's mom managed to intimidate him into allowing Bella to leave the city. Lucas and Bella shared a heartfelt goodbye, but Bella couldn't comprehend why she was being sent so far away and why Lucas couldn't come with her. Was it because she refused to participate in the game? She didn't go home when he told her to.
Olivia's relatives, who were good people, played with Bella and gave her food. Bella tried to like her new home, but it just wasn't the same.
They weren't her family, and she dearly missed Lucas.
Bella saw an opportunity to run back home, but it was such a long way and she didn't know how to find her way back on her own.
Despite the odds stacked against her, Bella kept going. Being on her own was new to Bella, and she struggled to survive in the wild. Hungry and tired, Bella attempted to hunt in the forest, but her prey always managed to escape. Eventually, Bella arrived in a new town where she found a new pack. She had fun with her new friends who taught her the best places to find food.
Getting food from kind-hearted humans was much easier than chasing rabbits. However, as nighttime fell, Bella realized that her new friends weren't as loyal as she had hoped.
Instead of staying and joining a new family, Bella chose to continue her journey on the road at.
One day, Bella discovered the scent of blood and followed it to a mountain lion that had been killed by hunters. Nearby, she found a mountain lion cub all alone, and Bella, reminded of her own cat family, decided to adopt and care for the cub. Together, they traveled through the wilderness, with Bella using her intelligence to get food from humans in order. As the cub grew, Bella's love for her grew as well, and she would do anything to protect her, even if it meant fighting other animals. Luckily,
The coyotes fled when 3 men intervened just as it seemed Bella would reunite with Lucas.
the cub's accidental scare caused the men to leave, but Bella and the cub continued their journey, enjoying new games and creating fresh experiences.
Excited to encounter another dog, Bella's barking triggered an avalanche, leading 2 skiers to adopt her and her new friend, providing a warm home and full bellies each day. Eventually, they returned Bella to her original owner, who turned out to be a cruel man disinterested in his dog. After the man abandoned his dog, the skiers adopted him, leaving Bella to realize her true home was elsewhere.
She ran away again and was taken in by a kind old man in a new town, who may have had little but ensured Bella was never hungry. Sadly, the old man's love for Bella led him to chain her up, ultimately causing her harm. When the old man passed away, Bella was left alone, weak and desperate for food and water. Just as she was losing hope, 2 kids found her, released her from the chain, and she set off to find Lucas once more in the wilderness.
The coyotes resumed their hunt for Bella, despite her running as fast as she could. She found herself surrounded by a pack of hungry coyotes, outnumbered and in a dire situation. However, Bella refused to give up hope and launched an attack of her own. Unfortunately, it seemed impossible for her to defeat so many enemies.
Just when all seemed lost, a mountain lion, who happened to be Bella's grown-up cub, joined the fight. This unexpected ally gave Bella a glimmer of hope. If she could find one member of her family, there was still a chance to find Lucas, too.
Bella was filled with excitement at the thought of introducing Lucas to her new family and the dreams of their future together. However, the mountain lion knew that she couldn't go back with Bella, and Bella understood that she belonged with Lucas. It was a difficult choice, but they had to part ways one final time. As Bella exited the forest, she came across a busy road. Being just a dog, all she could do was try to run across it. As expected, Bella caused an accident on the road, but miraculously survived. Despite the pain and injuries, she was determined to make it back home. Limping with her broken paw, Bella finally arrived in front of Lucas's house after 2 long years. However, upon entering, she realized that this wasn't the childhood home she remembered.
The people who currently resided there were not her family.
Bella was confused and couldn't find Lucas, her mom, or the people she cared about. The current occupants of the house were unaware of how amazing Bella was, so they called animal control. As expected, the animal control officer recognized Bella right away.
Bella, being clever, managed to escape through a window and made her way to the Veterans Association, hoping to find Lucas.
However, things had changed at the association since Bella had been gone. There were more dogs now to assist the veterans, but Bella's old friends were still thrilled to see her and welcomed her back. Most importantly, she finally found Lucas, who had not forgotten about her either. Their joyful reunion was interrupted by a squadron of police cars arriving at the Veterans Association. The animal control officer had called for backup to apprehend Bella.
If they took her in, Bella would be put down. Fortunately, the veterans were unwilling to give up on Bella and stood up for her, just as she had once helped them. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, Bella was saved due to a technicality. Since the Veterans Association was federal property, animal control had no authority there. The movie concludes with Bella back home where she belonged, with Lucas and Olivia who had never forgotten her. They even kept her favorite blanket and played her favorite game with her, resulting in a heartwarming and happy ending. Bella's journey back home took over 2 years, but throughout that time, she never forgot the people she loved, and despite the challenges she faced, she remained strong.